mean. Um, we could do some old school stuff. Old school item transport. Just clear up my inventory real quick. Don't need you anymore. Don't need you. Alright, I don't need you. Don't need you. We'll keep those just in case. How many of you guys have used assembly tables? Okay, just to make you don't have to use the assembly table to make anything for AE, right? No, it doesn't actually. If you look at the recipe for uh, what am I thinking of? Yeah, basic processor. Let's look at the recipe for basic processor real quick. So you got your basic processor right here, right? Yeah, the first thing you're going to see is this one right here, right? Well, if you hit this arrow right here, it shows you that you can make it with this part right here. You make that out of that. Quartz cutting knife, gold, some silicon, and redstone. And then you just smelt this thing in a furnace, and you get this. So you don't need the assembly table at all. And actually, you don't even need the gold chipset. If you look at this, redstone, gold, and silicon. Well, I'm going to show you a few things that are really cool to use these lasers for. So let me get the laser setup going. And you know what? We're going to do this differently, because the lasers do require a good deal of power, which you can get off lava power. And if you look, this is still filling up. And I have not been back to the nether, and there's no chunk loader. I didn't put a chunk loader in there. It's the Ender thermic pump is acting as its own chunk loader. But if we go back real quick and take a look at what it looks like, it's turned all of this into a stone platform. Now, a word of caution. When you set up, your pump room in the nether, you want to keep this portal as far away from this as you possibly can, or protect it. Protect the heck out of it. Because what's going to happen is you've just created a huge platform for enemies to spawn on. And if your portal empties right out onto it, you're going to have enemies right in your face as soon as you come in. And, the pigmen are bad enough, but if you've got Natura installed, you know about the spiders and the nitro creepers. And with this whole area being loaded the entire time, they have ample time to spawn in. So, just a word of caution. Because I've had that happen. I came through my portal, and there was nitro creepers right there. And that was, a bad day for me. Computer gaming. The reason the stone is here is the way the endothermic pump works is it sucks up the source block and replaces it with stone. And what that does is it prevents flowing lava, which is this would be a great spawn in a real game. But it prevents lag especially on servers. So you can set up your nether power here and not have to worry about lagging out the server with flowing lava. The seed is, well, you probably don't want to play on it because it's, there you go. I'll keep that up for a sec. You probably don't want to play on it because I made it a super flat world. And if you make it in a normal world, it probably won't get you the same thing. But because we're doing testing, we're going to grab, where is it? The quantum generator. You can't get this out. Oh, excuse me. You can't get this outside of that is from the extra utilities mod, which is in the Unleashed pack. It could be in the Unhinged pack too, I don't remember. But this is the quantum generator, and this will output, it outputs EU. So what we want is, we want a consumer, and we'll grab an HV consumer, a bridge, not bride, bridge, and a BC producer. Alright, so HV consumer, bridge, BC producer. Okay, so now we've got that set up. This will produce power forever. It has no fuel. It's just something that you can use if you were building an adventure map and you wanted there to be unlimited power to power your systems. You would use this. You can only get it in creative. So we've got, well, let's do it like this. So our lasers will have tons of power. And 9 is plenty enough for what we're going to do. And we want it, yeah, we'll do it right there. And we want a chest, because the assembly table is not smart enough to hold on to whatever it makes. It just spits it all over the ground. So say you had this chest right here, right? And we're just going to break that and we'll get another one. Yeah. We'll get another one. You have this chest right here, which has the oak, bones, apples, and that. All right. And you want to pump this stuff out. You know, I know AE, you can just hook up a storage bus or an import bus and import it into your ME system, yada, 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 but that's boring. That's really boring. We want to do it so we can see what's going where. So what we'll do is we'll set up some barrels over here. And now we want pipe. We want transport pipe. Now we're going to grab some golden transport pipe. We do need some wooden transport pipe. Barrels input through the top. And output through the bottom. So you could run your pipes over here. And actually, we need the wooden pipe. Oops. So now you've got this, right? Now we're going to grab one of you, and one of you. You go there. Forgive the texture pack. I think it's my texture pack. It doesn't. I'm not sure why I can't get the amount that's in here. But enter. If you've never used barrels, let me back up. It doesn't work. It same with. See, it doesn't show. I noticed that when I was using it earlier. If you've never used barrels before, barrels are very simple. They're a great early game storage alternative to chests. They are 7 logs and 1 plank, or excuse me, 1 slab. Get you a barrel. And a barrel can hold 64 stacks of 1 item. So, back in when I first started, and we had Red Power, we didn't have ME with the super cool 1 block storage of, thousands upon thousands of items. We would have rooms of barrels for our major stuff that we were going to have a lot of. Cobblestone, ores, processed ores. I still use barrels because early game you don't have a lot of power, and I don't set up a lot of infrastructure right away. I like to build my house and get it, planned out. So I still use barrels. But they'll hold 64 stacks of a single item. Now, I don't see it. Interdimensional. Maybe it's inter-dash? No? Maybe the interdimensional storage is not in here anymore. That actually kind of doesn't make me happy. Oh, there it is. Oh, extra dimensional storage. My bad. So with extra dimensional storage, traditionally the barrel holds 64 stacks of 64 of 1 item. With the extra dimensional storage, you come up, shift right click, boom. Now it will hold 1024 stacks of 1 item. Somebody can do the math. That's like 64,000 items. Not bad. Not bad at all. And, you just walk up to it and don't punch it in creative. There you go. If you're not in creative, you can walk up to it, hit it, and you get the item out. It shows you what's there, yada, yada, yada. There's 2 ways of doing this. We have the boring way of using a redstone engine. 65,000. Okay, thank you. Yay, redstone engine. It'll start pumping out. Slowly pumps out items. And it goes up here and it gets dropped into the barrel. If of course, I forgot this goes too fast. And I need iron. Yeah, iron pipes. Slow it down. Iron transport pipe. Yes, you spit out everywhere. Iron transport pipes. So now it shouldn't do that. But you saw what it was doing. It was redstone engine. You can put 3 or 4 redstone engines on here and it'll pump out. Yeah. But we want a funner way of doing it. I don't need you anymore. We want autarkic gates. Now, we're just going to use a basic autarkic gate. That's a pulsating chipset, iron chipset, and a gate. Gate is redstone, gets you the redstone chipset, which gets you the gate. You put the red chipset back in it. You need a couple of iron, which is redstone and iron, and the pulsating chipset, redstone and an ender pearl. Yeah, it's a little more expensive than just a simple redstone engine. But honestly, if you're at the point where you can build this, you can afford an autarkic gate. And you know what? I'm going to make one just because I can. And we need iron ingots. Alright, so we throw redstone in, click it. Lasers come on. And it's cooking it. More lasers means more power, but it also means it cooks faster. So we take the redstone chipset, throw it back in, click gate. Now you're getting your gate. And, some of the stuff takes more power to make. So it takes a little bit longer with less lasers. We've got this stuff. Let's just go for broke. What do you say? And don't worry about them overlapping. It still works. Now, I've seen some really crazy... Hey, Whitey. Welcome back. My OCD's kicking in. I'm going to fix this. Alright, so that is 9, 18, 27 lasers. Now we need, if you look at the recipe, autarkic. We need a gate, which we just got. We need a redstone iron chipset, which is redstone and iron. And we need a pulsating chipset, which is redstone and ender pearl. So once you put this in, it's going to start trying to make whatever you put in there. So we do that, click that. All the lasers come on. Much faster in creation. So we got our gate, our redstone iron chipset. And we put our pulsating chipset in. And what's cool about this is, yeah, you're using an ender pearl to do this, but you're getting 2 pulsating chipsets. Sorry, guys. I've got a couple of cats fighting in my house right now. They're not happy with each other. So now we've got our parts. We got our pulsating chipset, redstone iron chipset, and our gate. Throw all this in, and you get a target gate, which with 27 lasers goes pretty darn fast. Boom, our target gate. Now you simply come up to the wooden transport pipe and right click it. Now there's a couple of different things you can put on here. It says pipe empty on. Basically, this is a logic gate. If you've ever used any kind of programming, then you're familiar with if-then statements. And that's exactly what this is doing. What this is saying is, if the pipe is empty, emit an energy pulsar signal. And what it did is it acted like a redstone engine and pumped out the item. But if you see, it goes off. We don't really want that. Now you can set it to, if the pipe is empty, emit a redstone signal, which isn't doing anything, because that is a completely separate setup. For pumping, you want energy pulsar. But what we actually want is, see, you can do items traversing. So if it's got stuff traversing through the pipe, you can have it set up to emit a light or whatever. In fact, we'll do that real quick. And then we need red pipe wire. Red pipe wire. And let's see, a redstone lamp. We'll just demonstrate this really quick. You put your pipe wire on it. And then we can put the redstone lamp. And we'll just put it right there. I think the pipe wire has to go all the way. Now what you can tell it is, pipe is empty, redstone signal, no. Okay. Why aren't you seeing? It doesn't see the pipe wire for some reason. Hey guys, I am going to AFK for a second. I will be right back. Okay, folks, I'm back. I'll have to figure this out later. Basically, what you can do is you can set this thing up so it will emit a redstone signal, redstone pulse, and light up this light over here. I need to do some more thinking about how to set that up, but that's beyond the scope of this tutorial. So, coming back to the autark empty hand. So you got items traversing on the left side, redstone signal on, redstone signal off, inventory empty. It actually detects what's in this inventory. So you can tell it items in inventory emit a pulsar signal, and it'll sit here and just spit this stuff out. And you can come over to the chest and see it's dropping out. The one problem with this, as you can see, it only does one at a time. Which is why Red Power was so cool, because you could put a filter on, use a sorting machine, and it would move stacks at a time. And it's also why ME is much better than this for a quarry, because you can move stacks at a time. This is great for small items, like, say, our farm over here. We could set it up because you don't get a lot all at once. You get a little bit here, a little bit there. And you could set this up and move it out. It wouldn't be so good for this farm because you saw how fast it was cutting down the trees. Same with the Steve's Carts tree farm. It just gets dumped too much stuff in for it to keep up, really. Especially since you have to use a wooden pipe. But for a basic automated, no power required pumping out, this is a good setup. And you use the iron pipes to slow it down until you can't go past this area. You go in there. Now, the one problem I think I'm going to see with this is the bones are going to hit this and realize I can't go any further. So let's see. Yeah, that's the one problem with this. So what we do is we come over here, tell this to turn off, and we go grab diamond pipe. That could work, actually, now that I think about it. Iron, gold. I think we're still going to have the problem, though, because even though it's slowed down here, it's going to hit here and spit out again, I'll bet you. Yep, see? So we'll let this spit out real quick. Okay. Yeah, stone would work. I could have sworn there was a stone pipe. see, pipe. Yeah, there is. Why didn't it? Oh, because I was doing it wrong. Let's see if this works. Yep, still spits out. Now there is insertion pipes. And I haven't played with these terribly much. If I recall correctly, that's insertion. It's kind of expensive. A block of lapis, glass, and some tin. But I think... Let's get rid of you. Don't need you. We'll keep one of you. Let's see. There's no interface. But I'll bet you it doesn't spit out of these. There we go. Okay. That should solve the problem. How much wood do we have left? Let's go. Let's get it to going on bones. Make sure the bones actually go in. Yeah, it looks like they're going in. If I didn't do that, remember that you're in creative when you do this. So there you go, your insertion transport pipes. Not as expensive as diamond, and they'll get the job done. Okay, so now that we're messing with pipes, who here hates doing bees? Okay, we'll try that.